Jersey coffee junkie right now. Words. New Jersey coffee junkie streaming right now.
Let's try that again. Good evening, everyone. NJ here. NJ Coffee Junkie. NJ Coffee Junkie. I go by all those things. Hi, Yum. Welcome to the stream. So you might be saying to yourself, hi, Yurgi. You might be saying to yourself, hey, NJ, how are you? What's up? What's going on? That kind of stuff. And, yeah, so where do I even start? Okay. Hi, Apple. Where do I even start? Hi, Ooze. Where do I begin? So, over the last couple of weeks, I have been very coy about what's been going on in my personal life and my family's life. And I've said, "Oh, hey, um, I'm visiting with a family member who's under the weather. I'm checking in on them. They're getting better, whatever." Um, if you're not following me on Twitter already, if you are following me on Twitter, rather, you've probably figured out by the news that I posted yesterday that that family member was my father and that he passed away on Monday. He was sick for a while. He had fallen seriously ill, and he unfortunately didn't get better. He was getting better, but he took a turn, and that's all I really want to say about that. But I've taken some time away. If you're in the Discord, you've kind of seen me popping in and out and stuff like that. Um, but it's been hard. Uh, it's been it's been exceptionally hard because if you've been part of the channel for a while, you know that we just lost mom last August. And so to lose both for my brother and I to lose both of our parents in the span of basically 11 months. Um Actually, you know what? I'm going to turn the music off for a second cuz this music's not vibing with me right now. Um to lose both my parents in 11 months, for my brother and I. Um it's been it's been horrible. It's like your worst nightmare come to life. On top of it being a pandemic. Um One of the things that I can say is that the hospital where he was has an incredible staff in their cardiac unit who took exceptional care of him. Hi, A-Truck. Who took exceptional care of him while he was sick. Um, and they looked after everything for him, and they did everything they could for him. And I am eternally grateful to them for the service that they provided. Hello, Sir Think. Um, in his time of need. They were exceptional and they treated us with respect, dignity, and care as we were scared and then as we began the grieving process. Um, Hi, Fern. Um, so, a couple of things. I love you too, Yergi. Um, I'm gonna try because I had just gone back to work right before he got sick. And I will be returning to work next week. I'm on bereavement leave right now. And I decided to stream tonight because I need to do something as a distraction. I need to do something for him. Um I know that next month, on August 16th, mark the calendar down now. Mark it in your calendars now. On August 16th, details to come. I plan on doing a charity stream. I don't know for how long. I don't know what we'll be doing. Not sure. That will honor both of my parents properly. And I'll be raising money for the American Heart Association. I'm going to have all that set up and all the details to come over the next couple of weeks. So if you're not already following me on Twitter, and Yurgi, if you could post my information, just click trigger those commands for me, that would be great if you're still here. Um, Thank you. Follow me, and that's where we're going to have all this information about what's going on. Obviously, I haven't been updating my YouTube channel. Obviously, I'm popping in and out of my Discord. Honestly, I've been all over the place on Twitter because I've spent all this time being with my dad, especially for not having seen him for so many months. I was with him every single day in the hospital, every single day, from when he was admitted to when he passed. Um, Yeah, I am too, Yergi, because I live in such a hot zone that they literally just had allowed visitors like 2 weeks prior. And we had to do a lot of juggling to make sure that both my brother and I could be there. We did a lot of schedule coordination, and my brother, um, yep, times I was happy. Being able to see my dad, um, being able to surprise him by taking him to the Poconos Raceway, which was pretty far for us, but it worked. Um, and being there in the rain to watch a race for the first time ever, like actually a live race because he loved to race. He was a race car driver. Um, to switch gears, the since you asked me about things that were happy, when I became an elected official in my fraternity, um, and the day I got married, that kind of stuff. That's all. Those are all happy things. Um, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to get out of F5 for a second. What we're going to do today, we're going to do, and that just reset the chat. I don't know why. So as you can see ourselves back in front of the Nether Roof Cafe, which for those of you who have been watching this channel for a while, this is on the Joe Hills Thanks You retired server, right? We have returned. I'm going to put the music back on now. We have returned to the legacy. We nicknamed it the legacy server, but it's not the legacy server that Pythons plays on. It's a completely different server. Um, we okay. We've returned to this server because this is where the tribute to my mother is, and I thought it only fitting to return here so that I could do something small for now for Dad and have it be in the same space so that they could be together. So we are heading to the Persephone and Hades room right now because the monument for Mom is over here. And I'm going to show it to you. We set it up. I had a special stream, a mini charity stream, kind of, which wasn't my best. I did a more proper one earlier this year. But this is the Persephone and Hades build. This is one of my favorite builds. I'm really proud of this. I really am. Um, but I'm running through here because Mom's... And I'm the only one on this server because the whitelist for this is closed. This is Joe's previous Patreon realm. Um, those of us who were given whitelist access to it beforehand um, were allowed to come back here, so I'm pretty sure he's going to have us download the world and stuff. Oh, this was all the honey stuff. I think Liverfoot gave this to me. I miss Liverfoot. I haven't seen them in a while. But if I remember right, Mommy's memorial's right here. This was for her birthday. So it says for NJ's mom, always in her heart. I need to figure out something for Dad. Because the way that my dad was, he never left Mom's side. Applesauce says, I grew up with my grandparents and lost them 6 months apart. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for that. I'm not sure anything I can say can help, but I'm sorry for your pain. Well, I'm sorry for yours as well, my dear. And all I can really say is that, you know, that they stay with us. They stay with us always. They are never far away from us. They're always with us in our heart and in our soul. We carry them with us as we go. Thank you for the follow, BR_OakCC1, and also Marwood_MC. Thank you very, very much for that. So I think what I want to do is I want to make a space that's about this size for him, because I obviously don't want to break this. I don't. And I haven't been on this server in so long, I don't even know what I'm carrying on me, except a bunch of random stuff. Yikes. Okay. So we're gonna need flowers, and we're gonna need a wooden plank, and I need something. I need a brewing stand. So those are the things that we're gonna get, right? So we need those items. Now, let's see. Let's see. Okay, hold on. So someone jot this down in chat for me. A brewing stand, a plank, and flowers of some sort. So I need to go to the shopping. I need to go to the mall. And instead of, I really need to cut these all down too. These poor pumpkins. I can't even collect them either because my things are full. Jeez. This is just terrible. Okay, we'll save some inventory space. And no, I really don't care if there are zombies or something because this server was altered. It's on hard mode, but it's also with keep inventory. So it's kind of irrelevant right now. That's from space. Hi, Broke, okay, see. Do you have a nickname that I could call you, my new friend? What can I call you? But this is not single player. This is the Joe Hills of Hermitcraft, this is the Joe Hills of Hermitcraft Season 6 Seed, SMP, that is available to his patrons from when they were active during Season 6. I'm only here. Okay, so I have blaze rods. Yeah, I'm here because I'm doing something special for my dad, who just passed away. To match what I'm doing for my mom, who also passed away. She passed away last year. Oh, okay, hold on. So this is my French press. Do I have a brewing stand in here already? That I came all the way over here for a brewing stand? Gray, why is there wool in my French press? What am I doing? Jeez. Oh, this is just a mess. But I have the bottles, so I'll take 3 bottles from there because I need bottles. Right? Let's see. I have a random axe, unbreaking 3. There's so much randomness in this chest. Good grief. Blaze rods. Because, see, I could take one of the brewing stands from around here, but I don't want to. I don't want to mess with that. What other... Hold on. What else do I have in here? I have all of my, I have all of my shulkers in here, apparently. Let's see. Spruce. Alright, so let's make an oak plank. Let's make oak planks because I think that's what Mom has. Okay, so we're gonna match that. Okay, great. Applesauce. Why is there wool in my French press? Is a sentence I have never heard before and never expected to hear. Yeah, well, you've been to my streams before. You know, you know that that's just how it is. I would hope. Let's see, what else do we have in here? We have white wool. We'll put that in the travel mug for now. Then we have the box of Joe. And wow, that's a lot of wool. Good grief. Why do I have so much wool? Oh, you know what it is? I know why. Because the last project I worked on, I grabbed a whole, like, crap ton of wool. That makes sense. That tracks. Okay. Okay. So I've got bottles. I have meat. That's light gray wool. Here I am thinking that's stone. Extra fiber coffee. That's right. Extra fiber coffee. All right. So let's play refresh our memory, guys and peeps. Okay. So this is the light box. So this is all of my light sources. So kelp blocks, sea lanterns, end rods. I have an obsession with end rods. Good grief. A lot of dogs, all of which died. Going to lose another soon. We also take care of a family of raccoons, which people are trying to trap and kill them. Oh, I'm so glad you're taking care of them and, you know, keeping them safe. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Do I have cobble in here? For all the times I wanted cobble, I don't have any. Why? What is... Well, I've got stone, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. What do I need to make a new brewing stand? Because I'm going to need one. Oh, because I don't have the ingredient. Wait, hold on. I need the blaze rod. If I have the blaze rod and the cobble. So I need 1 blaze rod. I know that. And the stone, right? Because that's... Is this stone too? Yeah, that's stone. Why do I have so much stone? Hi, Redneck25. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. By the way, everybody, no tea or coffee this evening because it's in the 90s again. Excuse me. My throat's dry. And my mouse fell. Awesome. This is what I get for playing in the living room. I'm streaming from the living room right now, and Manatee, my husband, is sitting on my right playing Fallout. He said, go ahead and stream. I'm going to have my headphones on. I'm not going to hear a thing you say. I was like, okay, that works for me. Because the PS4 is in the living room as well. So, that's fine. Okay, Brooke. I'm glad you stopped by. And I hope that you have a really nice night. I really do. Take care of yourself, okay? And I hope you come back really soon. Thank you. Okay, so I broke that. That's not okay. Yeah, be well and be safe, okay? Oh yeah, please. I'd love to see you come back. And I honestly hope that all of you are doing well tonight. I'm doing the best that I can. Wait, why? Why? Oh, because I have the brewing stand in here. Oh, good grief. Hold on. I have to put the brewing stand and the bottles back because that's going to mess up the aesthetic here. But I have to make a second brewing stand. There we go. And then boop, boop, and boop. Okay, so that's back where it belongs. So one of those. I also need nether wart, so I have to grab some nether wart. If there is any. Oh, there we go. There's one. Okay, so I have nether wart now, so adding that to the list. These are full of garbage and wood. Lots of wood. These are so disorganized. I know better than this. Why am I so disorganized? By the way, this is the cabin in the woods I built last year. I built this for my server mate, Jorander. He was doing an episode. I think those... Oh, did those... Okay, those bricks didn't despawn. I built this for him for an episode he was doing. For his single-player series. If one of my mods is here, if you could do a shout-out for Jorander at home, that would be awesome. Because I always support my server mates, and they do all kinds of different things that are just amazing and wonderful. Thank you, Yergi. Let's see. We're gonna go out... We're gonna come up this way. It's Jorander at home, Yergi. So you had it right. Okay, so... Wait, did that have to be a... I bet that had to be a rod, not the powder. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's been so long since I've been a brewmaster on here that I forget how to brew everything. It's really kind of hilariously sad. Hi, Alice. How are you? I hope you're doing well. We are on the Joe Hill's Thanks You Season 6 realm tonight because we are... Hey, Poppy. Welcome to the stream. Because we are getting ready to do something small to honor my dad. Hi, Eric. Welcome. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Yergi. Ahead of next month. Next month, I am planning on... I'm planning on doing a charity stream for the American Heart Association on August 16th. I am set on that day being a thing. Because that was my mom and dad's wedding anniversary, and we're gonna do some fun things. I have some ideas in mind, and I reached out to my server mates. No, I just wanted to give him a plug because I was talking about the cabin in the woods that I built specifically for him, for his needs. That's fine. I know, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And it's daytime now. Okay, so... I have so much garbage in my, in my hands here. Okay, I need to go get flowers. So... We're gonna take the long way because I can. If I remember the long way. Okay, there's the pumpkin, so it's this way. And we are going to head over to Fally's Base of Lag, where he was pranked by Strange, as you can see by all the torches. She did not, yeah, Strange did this. She got him good. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this mess. He never fixed it. That's his base, and never fixed it. And still creepers come in. It's ridiculous. So I am heading now to our mall that we built underground. I'm in the season 6 seed Nether Hub. For those of you who are just joining, this is Joe Hills' Patreon realm on the same seed as Hermitcraft season 6. We are starting here tonight so that I can work on this memorial for my dad, so that he could be with Mom, because Mom has a memorial on this server, and I thought it only fitting tonight because I'm itching to do it, because I can't wait a month to do it, that we come back here, we make a return trip, and we get this set up for him. After I'm done, we are going to switch gears, and we're going to go back to 7 of Mine, and then we're going to, we're going to go back to 7 of Mine, and we're going to do a chill stream, and we're going to tame some tame some chest monsters. Yeah, nobody's been here in months, so I can basically run around all I want. That's Tiger. They run the place. They're the manager. That's my coffee shop. Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. But I don't have 3 slots available in my inventory. Let's see. If I remember correctly, there is a cut of the year. Oh, this was the wood shop. Never mind. I need the flower shop because there's a dye shop here, which means that's my glass shop. Kiss my glass. I'm really proud of that build too. There was a dye shop built here. Here we go. Let's see, and the flowers are here too. So, knowing my dad, that was probably Sir Thinklandon, but yeah. So knowing my dad and what he might like, he was a very simple person in that, you know, he was no frills. Um, you, it was always a difficulty trying to figure out what to get him for his birthday because he never wanted for anything. And I used to get him flannels because he was, you know, it's winter and he would be cold. And he'd always, you know, my mom would always, you know, groan because she never, you know, she never liked them. So, what are these, sunflowers? Oh yeah, these are sunflowers. Okay. Alright, so sunflowers, azures, tulips, oxeye daisies, lilies of the valley. Those are more... No, lilies of the valley are my favorite flower. We're not going to use my favorite flower for my dad. I'm thinking blue cornflowers? Because I don't want to use the same flower as Mom. I think they have to be a little bit different. Or dandelions. I'm thinking dandelions or sunflowers. Because dandelions are beautiful. And you know what? That's what we're going with. They are 1 diamond for 16. And I happen to have a diamond I have a couple of diamonds right here. So I am going to grab 3 stacks of here. 3 stacks of 16, because I think that's plenty. Okay, so we're going to knock that off of our shopping list. I'm not even going to ask why there's glass and lava buckets in there. Not going to ask. It's fine. It's fine. For those of you just joining, my name is NJ. NJ Coffee Junkie for long. And I am coming to you from the great state of New Jersey. Currently streaming from the Joe Hills of Hermitcraft, Season 6 Seed, Joe Hills Thanks You Realm. Tonight, we are working on a special project, returning to this server after an extended absence, after it was sort of retired, to pay homage to my dad, who was affectionately nicknamed CoffeeDaddy by the patrons that knew of him and got to know him and stuff like that. Like, because he would talk to some of them on occasion. And I couldn't wait until August to do this. I need to do this now. Because for me, it's going to provide a sense of closure and also, in my head, allow him to be with my mom in-game. Because I had done something like this for my mom when she passed last year on her, although it was on her birthday last year. Last November was her birthday. My dad's birthday was actually last month, right before Father's Day. So, I obviously am not going to wait 11 months to do this. So that's kind of where we are right now. I just want to check something because I've seen no mobs, and that kind of, okay, difficulty's normal. That's why I haven't seen any mobs. I'm not used to this being normal. It was probably turned off from hard mode because I think keep inventory's on. Now we're going to come over here, right? This is behind the cabin in the woods. And for those of you who were here last November, this is the tribute I did for my mom here. And there's what did we call these? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm gonna break this for a second. So, oh wait, I can't pick it up. I need to dump something. Let's dump this sign. That's right, they're alliums. Okay, so we're gonna plant the allium back. I forgot they were called alliums. Oop, let me grab that. Okay, so this was for Mom, right? We're going to do something similar for Dad, but I think what we have to do is we have to give enough space for that, and we can go in either direction. Now, because there's water here, I don't want to go that way, so I think we're going to go this way. And no, I'm not the least bit worried about phantoms and all that other stuff. I don't really care. They come at me. I have a bow. I have arrows. Big whoop. They don't scare me anymore. What I am going to do though is I'm going to plunk down this ender chest. There's next to nothing in it. I'm gonna grab 2 ingots. I don't. Do I have a chest, like a crafting bench? Maybe I have one in one of the boxes. I don't know. Not that one. I'm just gonna empty my pockets here because I think that's just gonna save me a lot of grief. And I can make shears. That works. Hi, Elvin. Welcome to the stream, my dear. How are you? I am on the retired Joe Hills server, working on a special project for my dad, because my dad passed away this week, and I'm doing something to honor him. So let's see if I can. Not like I need the leaves right now, but I just need them cleared and cleared quickly. I need them out of my way. I'm pretty sure I have all the items I need to build this memorial. So we'll see. Hi, Calm. How are you? Alright. But I want to switch gears a little bit while I start prepping the area for what I plan to do. I just want to check in with all of you. How are you doing? How's life? How's, everything? Oh, Broke says they're working on a Roblox game. Okay, that's cool. I know a couple of people I know play that. And I hope it's fun. What are you working on in the game? Elvin says, I'm doing okay. I'm looking at the projects I have to finish. What kind of projects are you working on right now? I know I've wanted to catch one of your streams, but I'm usually either, on myself or I'm modding for my friend, or, it's the timing for me is just not the greatest. But I want all of you, if you're not already, do me a favor and go give Elvin a follow. Show some love. I'm a big proponent of, um, you know, pointing people towards other streamers, especially streamers that are cool and chill, and that, when I have a moment, I can go hang out with them in their chats and stuff. Like, Elvin's streams are super chill, and, just go check them out, please. So there. So there. But yeah, how are you all doing? I am as okay as I could possibly be right now. I have kind of, I've kind of traveled, I've traveled from brokenhearted to numb and, back again. I could say that I'm trying to make sense of it all, but nothing makes sense to me anymore. So I guess the best way to put it is that I'm just trying to exist. I'm just trying to, make sense of everything. And, nothing makes sense. Almost Alice says, I've been working on my world. Really, my first build, usually I just dig a hole in the side of a hill. You know what? That's fine. You got to start somewhere. I'd love to see if you're in the Discord, I think, with us, Alice. If you're not, come join so I can, or poke me on Twitter and let me see some of let me see the progress that you make with it. I'd love to see it. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to grab more. I'm gonna have to grab more iron. I'm gonna have to grab more shears because I just need this stuff cleared out. I might also have to make a chest or two just to store this all because I have nowhere to put it. I really don't. I have nowhere to put any of this. Can I make a chest? And I still have the dirt. Why do I still have the dirty box? It's not even mine. What is this nonsense? Let's see. I'm gonna put the books in my under chest because I don't need those right now. I have so much garbage in here. It's not funny. That's useless. That's useless. That's full. That's full. Wait. There's a ton of raw food here. Why have I not cooked it? What is wrong with me? What is going on here? NJ, you are a mess. You left this a mess, sweetie. But these aren't the these aren't the chest monsters and shulker monsters we're gonna be working on today. We're gonna be working on something different later. Alice, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. But if you do figure it out, I would love to see your work. Love to see what you're up to. Right now, what I'm doing is I am just going through and tearing down these trees. I'm going to do a little bit of terraforming so that I can do something similar for Dad that I've done for Mom. And then after that, oh, that's right. I went after iron. I need iron. And iron is in here. So let me plunk these oak leaves in the ender chest for now. For now. We'll grab 2 sets of shears. Okay. We'll pick all this stuff up because we gotta keep it clean. We want to keep the memorial areas clean. And we're just gonna continue to tear down. We're just gonna continue to tear down this tree because we have to make space. And that's what we're gonna do. And obviously, when the time comes, I'll share stories about Mom and Dad and a lot more stories about Mom and Dad and stuff. And I might ask, my brother. I don't know if he would want to, but I can ask him, if he'd like to come hang out and, hop on voice chat and talk about stuff, and if he'd be comfortable with that. Because my brother's more private than me. I'm a little more sherry, and that's fine. He has stories for me that he wants me to know that my dad had told him, because my dad was, hanging out with him, living with him for a while. Yeah. Hi, JCC. Thank you. Yeah, this year has been garbage. It's been the hottest of hot garbage. But, my dad loved my mom, and he was very lonely without her. And you know what? He's not lonely anymore, and that's kind of how I see it right now. And I think that's kind of how I have to see it, I guess, because I know that he would not want me. He wouldn't want me to be sad, even though I cried anyway. I was a daddy's girl, still am, always will be. My dad was my best friend. And I could pretty much talk to him about just about anything and everything. He always gave great advice, and he always made the best grilled cheese. His grilled cheese is legendary. Even though he probably didn't do anything different than any. Oh shoot! than anybody else would do. But he still did it, and it was his. And that's how I think of it. Oh, good, BR. Okay, good. All right, let's see. Well, I can get rid of one stack of oak leaves. Good grief. Okay, so I need to cut this part down. So I'm gonna try and do that. Maybe. I mean, I honestly don't plan on returning to this server anytime soon. I'm just here so that mom and dad could be together. And I'm gonna do something on a larger scale on 7 of mine, in August. This is just something small that I can do right now, for them. Alright, let's scoop all this up because we don't want stuff, lying about everywhere. Okay, so there's that. Now I could go back to the cabin and drop a lot of this stuff off already, and I probably will, because I don't need it in my inventory. Now if I'm gonna do the same kind of or similar memorial to Mom, I need to count out how many blocks wide it is from the furthest point over. So one, because it wouldn't be a stream of mine without counting, let's be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically 11 blocks wide. And if we're gonna start here as the middle, we need it to be 12. So 1, let's grab the shovel. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, shoot. Okay, so that happened. Okay, that's alright. That's fine. We're gonna dig our way out. No worries. As long as it doesn't disturb what we're doing, that's fine by me. Let's grab that dirt. And we're just gonna plug this right back up. Because this is what we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Yeah, it's no big deal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got the counting right. So we're good there. Okay, that's good. That is not. I need to plug that. Okay, so... Alright, so that's all plugged up, so I gotta be careful. And that tree's gonna have to go. This tree's gonna have to go. That's fine. I'm so used to harvesting leaves that I just haven't, I just scoop them all up when I really don't need them. So that's a thing. Alright, we're gonna cover that up. And I think at this point, I do have some spruce logs. I think I'm gonna get at least maybe 2 chests, because this is kind of ridiculous right now. We're gonna grab 2 chests, and we're gonna put them back here. And obviously we're gonna clean all of this up when we're done. And I'm just gonna start, not that I need. I'm just gonna start dumping the stuff that we don't need right now, right into the stuff that isn't part of this conversation. Even the shears I'll dump. That's all going right into the chest. Actually, wait, the food is important. We don't need the fireworks either. I can fight my way out of stuff. Normal mode is easy mode for me now. Okay, so we're gonna use the coffee scoop. And I should have kept the dirt. That's fine. And we're just going to widen this out. Ooh, iron. Sure, why not? I'll grab some. I mean, might as well. Nobody else is going to take it. It's fine. Okay, there we go. Where's the hole I fell out into? Okay, it's right there. So we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna use all the cobble and the dirt that we just dug up, and we're gonna climb out of here. Okay, there we go. So now let's put the dirt back. There we go. Okay, perfect. That works. Good. Very, very good. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna see phantoms or not, but I guess we'll find out. All right, let's continue. Back to the coffee scoop. Now, when I was here on 7 of Mine, no, this isn't 7 of Mine. When I was here on, this is the Joe Hills Thanks You server, I sold potions as, as coffee and everything. And for those of you who have been watching for a while, you know this pretty well. Well, I had decided when I started on 7 of Mine that I wouldn't do that because another server mate of mine wanted the opportunity to sell potions, and they had asked me ahead of time, hey, NJ, would you feel okay if I did this instead of you for this seed? And I said, you know what, of course I'd be okay with it because, I have 2 servers that I played on, this one and, at the time it was called Fallycraft. Now it's, the name changed. But I was, the potion person and the coffee person, and I'm like, you know what, I could do with having something that's different. I could do with having something that's, unique and just give myself a different kind of challenge, you know what I mean? So I said, well, what can I do? And that's when I shifted over to tea. I shifted over to tea. Broke says, I'm going to get my friends' opinions of the amalgamation. Oh yeah, go ahead, go for it. I mean, your friends are honestly the best voices of reason for this kind of stuff. And they can tell you, especially if they're used to playing the game that you're in. My fingers are crossed for you, dude. They're the ones who could really tell you, how you can make something, like, they can give you suggestions, right? The cave kept pulling me back in. Yeah, exactly. They're the ones that could give you suggestions, but ultimately, at the end of the day, and I'm going to turn around because this is like real talk here. At the end of the day, right, what you build and what you come up with came from your brain, and you put it and made it reality. You brought it to life. And no matter what someone says, it's yours. And, you can want to tweak it and stuff like that, but when it comes down to it, appreciate it that you were able to take something that was nothing more than an image in your head and that you made it something tangible and real. I'm not the best Minecraft builder. I don't know how to use redstone, what have you. But every build that I do, I'm proud of, regardless of how horrible it looks or like what could be done differently or whatever, because it's mine, and because I did it with my 2 hands and my soon-to-die mouse. You know what I mean? So whatever it is, whatever they think of it, be proud of it because it came from you. And it's yours. And every artist who creates should have that same sense of pride in their work. Because, and even if it's a work in progress, because you're still growing and you're still learning and everything. And that's how I look at Minecraft and how I've evolved as a Minecrafter over the last 2+ years. Is that there's always room for me to grow and improve and build, and I've noticed a difference, and I hope that as you continue to do whatever it is that you're doing in that game, that you're seeing the evolution and the progress that you're making. And that goes for everybody who's here in chat, if you're Minecraft players like me. Like, be proud of that evolution and be proud of your progress. And hi, Faye. Feel free to lurk all you like. I'm really glad to see you, and I hope that you're doing well tonight. I really do. So right now we are in the middle, and by the way, if the music's too loud, let me know, because it's really loud in my ears, but I know that it has to be, or else you're not going to hear it. But right now I'm working on a similar yet not identical memorial for my father, because he passed away on Monday, and I'm doing something extra special on the 16th of August, which was my mom and dad's wedding anniversary. But I can't wait until August. I wanted to do something soon, especially since I had done something for mom back in November for her birthday, and my dad's birthday had just passed. So I'm doing this for him tonight. And then we're going to switch over to 7 of mine, and we're going to do some other like organization and fun things. Now I have the oxeye daisies, and I should have purchased a different flower. Oh, I have oxeye daisies as the divider. That's right. Might as well use what was here. It's not necessarily a divider per se. It's actually, wait. You know what? No, hold on. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's see. All right, Yergi, enjoy dinner. I'll catch you in a little while. All right, so we're gonna build Dad's here, and I grabbed dandelions. I just paid 4 diamonds for it. Hi, Parker. How are you? Let's see, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's cutting it just a hair too close. I need to widen this by 2. Oh, you just got home from work? Awesome. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome. We're doing Dad's little memorial tonight. Now, I'm trying to remember how I did this because I was really set on this. Hi, Olaran. Hi. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I hope you're doing well tonight. Okay, and then I think it was... I hope I got enough. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. And then we'll do the dip, like, right here. Like, obviously, I'm kind of, freeing it right now. Like, kind of freelancing it. Yeah, we'll do that. Why do the flowers all end up on the right and not the left? That's so weird. That looks so funky. Hold on, let me get higher up so I can see. Where's the scaffolding? I need to see this from the scaffolding perspective. Alright, so this is high enough. Okay, so that kind of looks right-ish. Hold on, let me see. Back up. Yes, yes, Apple, it's heart shapes. So much scaffolding. Okay, so Mom's heart looks great. Dad's heart looks like a mess. Oh dear. Okay. So it looks like... Alright, so that... I think I drew this. And I think that's why it looks so funky. Hi, Not Mario. How are you? I hope you're well tonight. Let's see. I think maybe this and that. Take this one out. This is Joe's season 6 Patreon realm. Yes, this is Joe Hills's season 6 Patreon realm. I am currently constructing, to the best of my ability, a memorial for my dad, because my dad just passed away this week. And I'm really not liking this. I'm gonna have to start over. Because I want it to be identical to Mom's. Because I lost my mom last August, and for her birthday in November, I came out here behind my cabin in the woods, and I made this little memorial for her that has cake on it. Well, I'm so quiet. Can you guys hear me? Have you not been able to hear me this entire time? Because my mic is peaking. And that's intentional, because of the music. If you can't hear me, guys, peeps, yeah, speak up. Let me know. I've had to fiddle with the sound for a while now. Oh, thank you, Olerin. Thank you. Okay, good. Alright. I got nervous there for a second. Okay, so you can hear me. Your phone's at 50% volume. Hi, Kablooey. Welcome. Yeah, turn up your volume and see what happens. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take a screenshot, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open that screenshot. We've been at this for an hour already. Good grief. Okay. I'm thinking about going 2 hours, so we're going to see how far we get with this. Hi, Key. How are you? Let's see. Screenshots. Okay. So here's what I'm doing. I'm opening the screenshot that just opened in full size. Fantastic. Can you not make that super big? Thank you very much. And this is normal, so I don't think I'm going to come across any, mobs. No, don't make it that big. No, don't make it super big. Poop. Alright, hold on. So, I apologize if I don't answer chat right away. You're very quiet. I'm very quiet for you. I don't know how. My mic is really loud. It's peaking on OBS. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'll raise it up just a little bit more, but I don't want it to pop. Okay, how's that? Is that okay for everybody? But alright, so for those of you who are just joining, it's been 1 hour since I started, so if you need to stretch your legs, go grab a beverage, anything like that, please feel free to do so. I right now am having a sip of water while I stare at the screenshot I took of what you're seeing below, which is the heart I did for my mom. I am trying to replicate it for my dad. And these were done with allium. And I think we named them chrysanthemums because that was Mommy's flower. I don't know what Dad's flower was, but I think he loved. I remember having dandelions all around my house growing up, so I like in the backyard and stuff. So I am going to replicate it right in that empty space using dandelions with the oxeye daisies as the kind of, not divider, but as if the hearts are holding hands kind of thing. That blue orchid right there, I didn't place it. It grew by itself. Either that or it was there already and I didn't notice it. But that's basically what we're looking at. So I'm going to pull up the screenshot so I can see, because I want this to exactly match, right? We're going to come over here. Dang it. And I'm actually going to raise Minecraft up a hair so I can see the hotbar. And starting here, we have, let's see, so we go down 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 6 rather. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one there. Okay, very good. Very good. We're on our way. We're on our way. And then, hold on, I need to count how many we skip in between. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3. We skipped 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then fourth one gets 1, 2, 3, and then from there it's 1 here, here, and here, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then for the third one, it's 2. Wait, there's 1 in between, so 2, 3, and then skip 1, then 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 here. Why there isn't 1 here, I don't know. 1, 2. Oh, shoot. I'm out. I'm out of dandelions. Poop. Okay, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this off. And where did I put my rockets? Okay, we're gonna head back over to the mall. We're gonna get more dandelions. Because I underbought. Oops! I underbought. I have to stop in the mall anyway because I'm missing something. Excuse me. On top of everything else that's been going on, I've been dealing with a raging ear infection. It's not a surprise that I have one, because, you know, going back and forth to the hospital and being around a lot of different people and passing through the halls and everything, and going back to work. I worked for 2 days so far this month that were not from home. It was going to happen because I haven't been around a lot of people, and so my immune system was messed up. So I have drops. It's not like my throat's not sore or anything like that. It's not COVID, thank goodness. Not like I could get a test anyway. They won't test you here unless you have any of the symptoms, I think. But and that's fine. So I have medication for it. I talked to a doctor, and I have to call them in a couple of days and say, okay, well, I feel better, or I still feel like crap. This is what's going on. So let's see. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna head over, and we're gonna pay attention because this is on a slime chunk. So we want to make sure that excuse me. We want to make sure that we pay attention and we listen in case there's a creeper or some random, you know, creature here. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 diamonds and grab 2 16 stacks of dandelions. So basically a half stack. So I'm gonna do that. Let me guess, Brooke, they liked it? I hope. I hope they liked it. You created a rope in the studio? Awesome. Good for you. In the studio. Okay, I got that correct. Yeah, okay. Oh, not yet? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, let's see. Let's see. Now, we are gonna grab, not speed. Okay, so we're gonna grab, actually wait, no, I can't. I can't grab any of this because I can't put it in the brewing stands. So we are going to do a very, very, very quick wiki search. Good thing I have it saved on Google. Brewing in Minecraft. Because it's been so long since I've had to brew anything, I don't remember how to brew anything. So I have the brewing wiki saved because I need to know what ingredients I need. Let's see. I have the nether wart. I have the blaze powder. Healing, fire resistance, regen, strength, swiftness. Hold on. Where's health? Instant health. So glistening melon slice. That's what I need. I need glistening melon. So I know that I keep it in here, actually. Also, if you're wondering why there's carpet, over all of my wool, because creepers were spawning in my shop and I didn't know. And so everyone's like, "Oh my god, the creepers are here and they're spawning." And I'm like, "I didn't know that." I did not know that creepers could spawn on wool. It didn't occur to me to put carpet over my wool. So, oops. So when they figured it out, they put carpet down for me. But okay, so we have the glistening melon. Actually, wait, hold on. I just realized there's water. There's already water bottles. Not there though. Where's the water bottles? I just saw them. There we go. Water, water, water. And we'll put these back. We'll fix all this up. We'll put this back together again. Why is there only one purple carpet? Where'd the other one go? There we go. There's the other one. Okay, so I have 3 water bottles that I came to pick up. I picked up more dandelion. I've got the glistening melon. I think we're okay. So let's head back over and we're going to get this done. Seriously, we're going to get this done once and for all. Let's go. We're on it. We're going to get it done. And I seriously have to remember to make sure that I go through the portal that's from the Persephone and Hades build and not the portal that that leads back to Fally's base, because that's just not going to work. So let's head back over there. We're going to get this done. And I'm sorry I'm not reading chat right now because I needed the ingredients for the health potion. So bear with me one sec. And I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. My throat is bothering me a little bit because my ears are sore. Alright, come on. I should have put a beacon through here or something on the side. I am amused as to how I haven't seen a single mob through this, and I think it's just that they're leaving me alone. Okay, so here's the cabin. So all I have to do is just go up and over and around, like around the back. And it's right here. Okay. So where were we? Where were we, everybody? Hi, Julie. How are you? Oh, hold on. Spoke too soon. There they are. Come here. Come here. Dang it. Yeah, you're gonna... Oh, excuse you. Come here. You're dead. And you're stuck in a tree. So, there you go. Boop. You're dead too. Alright, so we know that the phantoms are gonna come. It's fine. Should probably eat something. That's fine too. Key says, I'm glad to hear that you sound like you're doing well considering the circumstances. I'm so glad to hear the positivity in your voice. Yeah, you know what? I'm sad, and that's just how it is. And we're just doing the best we can. Applesauce says, dental hygiene reminder for anyone who needs it. It's not a good time for dentist visits. That is very true. That is very, very true. You got to be really careful now in this day and age. Manatee finally went and got a cavity looked at, and he said that, you know, everyone who was at the office, because he had to go, I think he cracked a tooth. It was very surreal. So if you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your teeth. I'm doing well, Julie. I'm really glad to see you, and I'm glad to hear from you. So let's see. We need one more. I just picked up another half stack of dandelions because I ran out while doing this. So we're gonna see. Okay, so that's 6, and then another 6 there, and then another. Hold on. Yeah, there's like 2 here, and I think that one isn't there? Huh. Okay, we're almost there. I need to look. I need to look. Hold on. We're looking here. We're looking. As I broke all the scaffolding from over there. So let's see. Let's climb over here. Oh yeah, this is kind of a mess. This looks kind of bad. Because Mom's heart was a lot more tight knit. I think it's just because it's a different flower. I think that's what's causing the problems. Oh, there's one more. Oh, because it's supposed to be tight knit. All right, so there's one more. There's one more here, and I think there's one more here, and one more here, and I think that's where that confusion was. So let's climb back up. Okay, we're gonna climb back up here, and yeah, that's looking a lot better now. That's looking better. Um, so there's probably one right there where the crosshairs are, and then the square is going to be here, and then it has to come in at a point. I am doing a memorial for my dad, who passed away this week, and it's next to the one that I made for my mom last year, because I want them to be together. Now I'm trying to remember where oh, that's right, wait a minute, I need to make it, so... But I'm afraid to break this. I think this is oak. I think that's an oak thing. So oak plank. Okay, so let me see. So if I put this here, yep, okay, I chose wisely. Alright, so we know that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it's 5 from the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's supposed to be right here. There we go. So we have that. Is that right? So if I walk over, it should be completely parallel. Okay, very good. It's parallel. That's what I wanted. So we're going to put the brewing stand here, and we're going to drop off the water bottles. We're going to drop off the nether wart, and we're going to make blaze powder, and just plunk that in there and let it do its thing. So that's set up. Now let's see about finishing this heart. Because this is not looking like a heart right now. It's looking kind of crooked. And I think it's maybe because I went too wide. So like see here, this is 2, this is 1. Wait, this is 1 wide. How is that wrong? Because this is 1 wide. And then this is 1, 2, 3 wide. I did that exactly the same. So 1 and then 1, 2, 3. So why does it's not back the same distance? You're right. This is in the same spot. This is in the same spot, right? Is it in the same spot? Nope, it's not in the same spot. Okay. Back to square one. Okay, so we're gonna try that again. We know that it needs to be, the block needs to be here. So we know that. So now when we walk across, we know that the block is in the right spot. I probably should have started there. But all of this has to come out, and we're going to try again. I'm also not going to use a shovel. Did the dirt drop down there? Yeah, it did. Oops. Alright, let's fix it. I have more dirt. Let's see, where's the hole? Is it right here? Okay, so I know I need to go get dirt to fill that in. It does happen. It's fine. There are worse things. And I dug out plenty of dirt for this, so. I am laughing at the fact that, this probably should have taken me a half hour and it's taking me 2 hours. It's going to take me 2 hours by the time I'm done. You all know this about me. I'm going to just continuously do this and do this and do this till I get it right. You know that. But we're going to try again. And that's okay, because we're going to do this properly. And when we want to do stuff properly, we really have to take the time to make sure that what we envision and what we want to do is as close to reality as we can possibly get it within the scope of what we can do, and even if we stretch our imagination out for it, So we know that the block is exactly where it needs to be. And we know that this right here is the last row. And so right here, right? From here, it's only 1 block. So we know, and I'm going to put a block here. I'm going to try anyway. There we go. That the edge of the heart has to come out this far. Okay, so we know that, right? We know that. I'm going to take another sip of water, y'all, because I don't know. I'm just like, I'm drinking a lot of fluids today. My friends actually came by earlier today, and they made sure that they made sure that I stayed hydrated and fed, and they came over and they looked after both of us, both myself and Manatee, to make sure that we had everything we needed and that we were, well in hand and, stuff like that. They were, they're our friends, and they made sure that we were in really good shape. All right, so we're going to start with the quarter stack right now, and we're going to work our way out. I'm using the screenshot I took as the example. So we know there's 4 here, and there's the one that goes in like this. And then there's this, 2, the one here, 3, 4, 5, 6, not there, 7, 2, 3. Because there's one spot in between here. Okay, so we know that much. And so this was 3, and then it was 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we know 2 and 3. All right, so we're good there. We got that. And we know that there's one more. Is that right? One more? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, because there's one in between here. And then there's 2 right next to each other. So, no. Like that. Because this block is going to have one next to it. We know that. We know that there's one next to it. And that is going to be the bottom. So 2, 3, 4. So this needs to be over by 1. And then this is over by, wait, that's 4. So this needs to be over by 1. Because there's 5 in that row. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's 2 up here, 1, 2. Oh, absolutely, Alice. Absolutely. Minecraft is great like that. Okay, so I think then it starts to curve in. Starts to curve inward. And now I'm hoping that I have enough because I bought, almost, a stack and a half. I think I have enough. All right, hold on. I need to look at this from the scaffolding because I think I messed up somewhere. Let's see where we are. But in any event, because of everything that's been going on. Okay, we're almost there. I see what happened. We're almost there. So the heart's not even, like Mom's is. The heart's not even. There's it's way off. So I've got the 3, then the 5, then the 4, then another 4, and then another. Okay, so it looks like there's too many. I think I need to do this. I'm gonna leave these 3 here and these 3 here, and I'm gonna work my way around. I know it's probably frustrating the pants off of all of you, and I apologize for that. But I have to make sure that I do this properly. I do this right. I can't just, place things willy-nilly. Now, I know that the 2 are behind. Let me see something here. Is there one space behind it? Ah, there is. Okay. So the 2 that are behind here, that goes there. So that's 1, 2. So the 3 are there. Then it's the one that sticks out. then, hold on, 3 and then 5. And then, so this one goes here. Ah, for Pete's sake, I don't have time for you. Come here and die. There we go. Take my bow. Why can't I fight like this on SOM? I mean, come on now. Where's the other one? Alright, I think it exploded. That's fine. Anyway, where were we? Where were we? Oh, that's right. We were trying to fix this mess. Okay, let's see if we can do this right. So we have the 3, and we have 1 on each side after that. Then there's 2 that go this way, right? And then 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 3, 5, 3, and 3, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Y'all can bite me all you want. I don't really care. Come here. Okay, you exploded. Am I gonna have to sleep so I can see what I'm doing? Come here. Come here and get wrecked. Where'd you go? That all of them? Alright, hold on. The rain's not doing us any favors, so I'm gonna take a quick break over here, climb back over, go in the cabin and sleep. Because I don't have a bed on me. If I did, it would be super soggy, but what does it matter? Alright. There we go. Alright, let's try this again. Because I'm tired of the phantoms. They're annoying me. I mean, it's nice playing target practice, but I have stuff to do. I really don't have time for... I don't have time for this nonsense. I really want to get this done. I have chest monsters to tame too, and I want to do right by my dad. And this... Oh! Sup, buddy? Yeah, that's right. Get wrecked. It's fine. These are the first mobs I've seen in the last hour and a half, really, besides, you know, like the phantoms and everything. I've been left alone otherwise. And yes, I do need to light this up. Okay, so that's looking more on point for what I did originally. So the 3, the 5, the 4, and then it goes across. So 3, and there's 4 on that side, which is peculiar. So I need to, let's see. So it's, what, 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. That looks about right. And then there's one here. So 1, actually wait, so there's that. There's that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Because yeah, these are right next to each other. And then this third flower has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we did that right. And then on the side of the plank... Oh, one of them said it was okay. Good. I'm glad to hear that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's gonna end up looking... I think that's gonna end up looking okay. Side had 3, that had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Alice. See you in a bit. Alright, let's see. If this looks anything like a flower, we are in really good shape, guys. Really good shape. Okay, so... How did I nail this so easily last time? And this is looking pretty poop. Okay, so... So I probably need to add one here. And then this is going to point inwards to that. I'm trying to figure out where, Julie. Because it has to look like a heart, and I'm wondering why. Hi, Beth. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, it's an hour and a half. Don't forget, make sure you're taking your stretch breaks every so often. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. The plank is probably not in the greatest spot, but I think it'll work. So I think that one flower, even though it's 5, I think this needs to move to here. And do I have any other flowers? Do I have an oxeye daisy? I don't. Alright, where's a poppy? I'll use a poppy. Come here, gimme. Gimme. Okay. Okay, there we go. I think that'll help. Let's see. Hi, Fallen 9. I personally am, I'm under the weather, and I'm dealing. I'm processing everything the best that I can. I think this is kind of a lopsided heart. I think I need to... Julie, I think you're right. I think I need to expand the heart by 1. Like, with what I have left. So 1 and then diagonally across. I think that is going to balance it out. I think you were absolutely right. And that's a really good eye, so thank you. Tell me what you think about this. Okay, so see this daisy, this dandelion now has to come out. And I'm going to put more scaffolding down too, because this hopping and bopping back and forth is kind of annoying. Almost, yeah. Yeah, my family and I are trying, and we're just trying to process right now. And oh gosh, this looks terrible. Come on, NJ, what are you doing? Thank you, Kablooey. Hearts are hard, y'all. This is not doing so good. See, now I'm looking at it and I'm back too far. I think I had it right the first time. This doesn't look even at all. This doesn't look right at all. I'm trying to mirror the left and I can't. I'm having so much trouble with it. I've been at this for an hour and a half. The block is in the right place though. But, and you know what it is? Hold on. Hold on. I think I know what part of the problem is. Alright, let me see this, because I think having those blocks behind it was distracting. Get up there. Come on. Okay, so taking the blocks out puts it in better perspective. So it's definitely in the right spot there. I probably should have just used the same flower, but I didn't want to. I wanted them to be a little bit different. Okay, so oh, Fallen 9, what are you doing? Fallen. Aw, 100. You've given out 100 subs? Are you serious right now? 5 gift subs tonight to Empty Knowledge, Elven Dragon, Beth, Tilt Controls, and Satchel. Wow, my dude. Bless you. Thank you so much. Like, seriously. That's really sweet. It's really sweet. Yeah, Kablooey, that's exactly the problem that I'm having right now. Gosh, dude. Really. I am trying really hard right now. Okay? I am trying really hard not to cry tonight because every time I cry, it hurts. It physically flippin' hurts, okay? Don't make me cry. Don't make me come in there. Don't make me cry. Grand Nox Tarkin, hi, thanks for the follow. How are you tonight? Apology accepted, but thank you. You're a very generous person, and I greatly appreciate you. To all of you who sub and gift subs and, you know, give bits and everything like that, you know, you're helping support this hobby that's, you know, that's quickly become a large part of who I am as not necessarily as a person, I guess, but just a large part of what I, you know, I like entertaining, I guess. And so, oh, for crying out loud, Fallen, what are you? Fallen, another 5 subs. Good grief, dude. To Oleran, to Forgantly, to Phantasm, to Johnny and Chop. Oh my god, dude, thank you. You are too damn good to me. Okay? You are way too good. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Grand, I totally hear you, dude. Hi Emily. Welcome to the stream. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Like seriously, dude. Thank you so very much. As the music gets really loud, I'm getting sentimental and the music's like rah rah rah. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, Grand. I'm struggling tonight. I'm gonna turn down the music in my ear because it's really loud and I feel like I'm shouting. But I'm trying to, I'm trying not to struggle and I'm trying not to cry. And I have a feeling I'm gonna cry before the end of this stream because the community that you've just followed and you've become a part of, is always super kind, and super generous, and I'm very fortunate to have all of you here. What I'm trying to do is, for the last almost 2 hours now, because I take my time with things, I am trying to make a copy, in a sense, or a parallel to the memorial that I made for my mom last November for her birthday. My dad passed away on Monday, and as much as I'm gonna do a charity stream for the American Heart Association on August 16th to honor both of my parents, I wanted to do something now. I've been patient, and I wanted to do something now. And I didn't want to wait till June either for his birthday. I wanted it to be now so that on this particular server, they could be together. So that's what I'm doing right now. Damn it, you made me cry. Yeah, he would, wouldn't he? I'm glad you're here too, Fallen. I'm glad all of you are here. And I apologize for crying. I promise I'm going to try and keep it to a minimum. So that's Mom's heart on the left, and this is going to be Dad's heart on the right, but I'm trying so hard to get it right, and I'm struggling so hard. I can't get the flowers. I can't get the flowers right. They're just, hi Stacy. They're just not coming together the way that I want, the way that I'm trying to. This is a retired server. This is Joe Hills's not seven of mine. This is the Joe Hills Thanks You. We nicknamed it the Legacy server. It's not the same server that Python and FWhip and all of them play on. It's his Joe's Patreon server. Grand, you're gonna make me cry, and then I'm gonna whoop your butt. Okay? Hi Glasgow, welcome. Outlining the heart with blocks and then come in and replace the blocks with flowers. Oh, you know what? That's really smart. That's really, really smart. You know what? That's actually really clever. I think I'm gonna do that. Hold on. So, I have the brewing stand. That needs to be on this. Thank you, Sir Think. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we're gonna do this with... leaves? I need some... You know what? Hold on. Hold on. I have one better. We're gonna do this with magenta wool. Glasgow, I don't know if you're part of my Discord or anything like that, but, I lost, my dad earlier this week. He was sick for a while, and when I kept talking about a family member that I was visiting, it was him. And he wasn't well, and despite his, he tried very hard, and, he tried to recover, and, just sometimes it just, it happens. And, you know, my brother, and we're trying to, because we just lost Mom last year. We're trying to make sense of it all, and nothing makes sense, and nothing makes sense. Damn it. Sorry. Sorry. Gotta rein it in. Gotta rein it in. That was a good idea about laying it out with the blocks. I gotta rein it in. I gotta rein it in. Oh goodness. I'm determined to finish this, and I really. He deserves this. And by the way, I just got your text. I know it's you. And I know you're watching right now. And I hope you know. God damn it. I know you're watching. And I hope you know how much I love you. Okay? You just texted me. I got it. I figured it out right away. I followed the Blue's Clues. But I love you, bro. I really do. And I'm gonna finish this, so help me. I'm gonna finish this tonight, so help me. So I'm determined, dude. I'm determined. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. Okay, so alright, so we know that we have to be here. And we know we're one block off from here. And I think we have to tear this down just a tad. And we're gonna put in... Okay, we're gonna do that. Alright, good. Okay. So, we have one block away from the wall. And so here we go. So we have... And we know that this is where the 3 is gonna go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is how we're gonna build it. If I surround my mom's one first, it should help. Well, what I'm doing is I'm following the pattern that I laid out. I have a screenshot of mom's pattern, and that's what I'm using to make this one so that I can basically copy it. I'm starting on the right side first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, this is... One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then it's 2, 3, and then... Right? 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 4, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's not right. So this is wrong. But this isn't wrong. I don't think this is wrong. How am I so bad at this? Because this is 2. So this is supposed to be... So wait, the 3 goes here. So 1, 2, or 1, and then... Yeah, because the 4 goes here, but then it's supposed to be 4, and then 1, 2, 3. That's why it's all screwed up. Oh, good grief. NJ, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are just making a mess. This is why I can't have nice things. Shapes are hard, y'all. Shapes are hard. I can hear my brother I can hear him laughing at me right now. And it's okay if he does. I want him to laugh. I want him to find joy at my expense. Because that's why you're all here, isn't it? You're here to laugh at my expense, and I am not disappointing you this evening. I hope I'm not anyway. Because I love to entertain all of you, and if I can do that, and, you know, sometimes I make a fool out of myself, and I can't draw shapes, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Nothing I build is perfect, and it doesn't have to be either. It just has to be. And I think that's what a lot of, I think that's what intimidates a lot of people about Minecraft, and honestly, that's what intimidated me at first, was because I'm freaking terrible at a lot of different kinds of builds and stuff, and that's okay. I can be terrible. That's totally fine. As long as I'm throwing my axe and having a good time. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad, Grand. I want you to laugh. I want you to laugh at me, please. I want to make you laugh. Okay, so this part doesn't look half bad. So then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we have that. That's starting to come together. And then, yeah, excuse me. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Is it 6? Yeah, okay. That's right. So then this part comes in 2, 3. Nope. Oh, for Pete's sake. Come on. Place the blocks. Come on now. By the way, I'm staying live till I get this done. I'm just pointing that out right now. I'm not leaving y'all till this is done. Okay. MLEJ says, that was really weird. You hiccuped at the same time as a witch made the hiccup sound in my Minecraft world. Maybe I was a Minecraft witch in a former life. Who knows? Okay, so we've got the 3, we've got the 4, we've got the 6. I think I just broke Applesauce's brain. That's fine. And then another, what is it, 5 or 6? Yeah, 6. But I know that this is a parallel to that. So there's an open spot here. Because there should be 2 here. And then it kicks back up with this. No, wait, no. That's not right. With this. And then the 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. And then it fills in on this side. At least it's supposed to. So that it kind of tips in, and then that's where the heart comes from. And there's one space here open, 1 space here open. So then that's there. And then that's like that, and then that's like that, and then that's like that. Now it's supposed to be over here. It's supposed to start here, not here. So I don't know how I boo-booed that, but that's fine. We're going to put the Oxeye Daisy here instead. That's fine. And then, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 1 here. Okay, so there we go. And then there's 2 there. Okay, and then... How did I make this heart so just straight up janky? What happens if I fill this in? Hold on, I need to look at this because I'm trying here. Okay, so the left side doesn't look that bad, but the right side needs help. The right side's a mess. So, because on Mom's side, the heart has 3 and the other side has 4, which doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. So we're going to balance this out by doing that. And then we'll come around this way. I think we got it, peeps. I think we got it. Okay. Holy poop. I think we got it. I think we got it. Yes, I think we got it. At the 2-hour mark, I think we got it. Oh, goodness me. Okay. I should have done this when I built Mom's, but that's fine. Alright, so, onward. Let's do this. So what we're gonna do, can I have some hypes in chat, please? Because that was an ordeal. Okay? Throw the hypes down, please. We're celebrating right now. We're celebrating. Boop. Celebrate with me. Boop. Okay, awesome. And all I'm gonna do so that I don't botch this is I'm just gonna go slowly, block by block, and I'm gonna take out the wool and I'm gonna replace it with the dandelions. Hype clap and a half. That's what I want to see. Let's get those hypes in. Fan-freaking-tastic. Yeah, bring it on, baby. Bring on that caffeine. Let's go. Let's go to town. Let's go to town. Let's do it. Let's do it. Thank you so much for sticking with me to get this done. I was starting to get a little frustrated, but you all carried me through. We did it. I think we did it. It only took 2 trips to the mall, sleeping, fighting phantoms, everything. The random skeleton that set itself on fire. It's fine. Now, I know some of you are just like, oh, well, just in thinking about it, you're like, oh, I'm new here, what have you. Well, first off, if you are, welcome. 2, my name is NJ. That's what most people call me. If my name sounds familiar, it's because I'm a patron of Joe Hill's, who's, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Apple, thank you. I'm a patron of Joe Hill's, and I have been for over a year. This is his retired 7, nope. Is it the left click? Oh, I can't do that on here. I have to keep the dandelions, like this. I don't know why. I think it's just the way that this is set up here. But I've been a patron of Joe's for a while now. I consider him a really good friend. He actually, when he found out about my dad, because y'all know, you've probably seen his blog. I work for him part-time. I do some consulting work for him. I help him out with stuff, and he sent flowers. He sent flowers to the house. Him and the Shamblecraft crew, they sent a bouquet too, and you know, Fally, who's in Norway, he's like, oh well, I have relatives that that live on the East Coast, and I have a florist, you know, because he has my address. Like we're good friends, and he's like, oh well, you know, I called and we set this all up, and in 14 hours, we were able to get everything organized, and you know, people wanted to show their support for you, and I sobbed. And you know, Joe's card, I showed my brother, and you know, I showed my friends. My friends came over today. They brought pizza and and Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Chewy Chips Ahoy cookies because they're just amazing. Um, the cookies and my friends. My friends are awesome. But it was just really sweet to know that because some of them had talked to my dad before. Like he would call me on his day. He would call me. My dad would call pretty much every day. He lived with my brother, but he would call me every day just to check in with me and stuff. And sometimes he'd call, but I'd be on, Discord with my friends in Europe when I was still working from home. And I'd say, hey, guys, do you want to talk to my dad? Because my dad just called. And they're like, yeah, sure, put him on the line. So I would hold the phone up to my headphones. Like I'd physically take my headphones off and, he would talk to them about, oh, how's the weather in Norway? How's the weather in, Brussels or wherever people were from? And, they'd tell him and he would, talk to them for a little bit and tell them stories and such. And they adored him. They called him Coffee Daddy. Just wonderful. Just they were so kind and wonderful to him. Like it was just wonderful. So for them to do that was just really sweet, and I cried because I'm really good at crying, really good at it. If you haven't figured that out already, if you're new to the channel, I occasionally cry. But that's just how I am. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for all the love and generosity and the messages and like people have been messaging me on Facebook. Please don't try to find me on Facebook because I will not friend you. No offense, just I keep that separate. Um, but um, I've had people messaging me. I've had people calling me, texting me. I'm pretty sure that my brother has been inundated as well. We are very fortunate to have so many wonderful people in our lives who really just go out of their way to show that they care about us and that in our sorrow and grief that we are not alone and that they're with us and they are supporting us and they know that we would do the same for them in a heartbeat if the roles were reversed, and we have on several occasions um, been there for others when they needed us, because that's just how we are and that's just how we were raised. um, our parents, um, they really they really showed us how to truly be excellent to ourselves and to be excellent to other people and to always put others first. Um, and they led the way for who we are. And my brother and I think, are really, really good people. Okay, so that doesn't look half bad. Once the dirt comes in, it'll be fine. The grass has to grow. The grass has to grow um, back. Once it does, I think it'll look good. But right now, it kind of looks splotchy, and that's okay. Okay, so that pretty much matches what we had over here. I think there's a good job that was done here right now. And I think I can take those two now that I've gone ahead and fixed that. I can put these two oxeye daisies. Um, I can put these two oxeye daisies back. So now it looks like, see, when you look over here, it looks like they're holding hands. It looks like they're holding hands, and I think that's just too damn sweet. But what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to put that poppy in, because Mom has a blue flower that kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know if it just grew there, or if it was placed there, or what. So it looks like she's holding a blue orchid, and he's holding a poppy. The spot in front of the spot that's in front of the uh, plank is blank. There's no flower there because I'm gonna put a sign there, and I can't put a sign there if there's a flower there already. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna just kind of munch on some steak here and get my health back because I keep, dropping and stuff, and that's fine. We are going to we're gonna finish this accordingly. Well, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just fill this in because we can, and just kind of clean that up just a hair. And that's fine, it kind of fills in the space here. Then we're gonna set up the brewing stand. So I have some awkward potion here already. I have some blaze powder. Oh, okay, that's gone. You know what? Here, let's add in some more blaze powder because we want this to be full. Blaze powder, awkward potion. We're gonna put in this glistening melon slice, and we're gonna let that just brew. Now, while that's brewing, I have a spruce sign. I'm gonna double check over here and see. Okay, so I do have a bone for bone meal. The bone meal is for dye. I need white dye for the sign. And so, hold on, I need to take this guy out. Hey buddy, where do you think you're going? Come here so I can shoot you in the face. Come here. Yeah, you. There you go. Come on. There you go. That's fine. You know what? Hold on. Let me get that XP while it's still there. Okay. Awesome. By the way, these wheat fields are mine. This is Mascot Farms. This is where I grow everything. Although I haven't been on this server since November, since we switched over to Season 7. Now, I have instant health here. Instant health on this server, in my coffee shop, was known as Bold Roast. And my dad, being a coffee fanatic like I am, that's where I got it from. I thought instant health as, you know, regular as coffee, I thought would be the best way to remember him. So now all that's left is the sign. And I have to shift so that I can put the sign there. And to parallel what's on Mommy's sign, I'm going to say for NJ's dad, Coffee Daddy. Let's see, what can I put? What can I put? What can I put that would be appropriate for him? Improvised. See if I can spell it right. Adapted. Overcame. I can't fit it. Dang it! Ah, that would have been perfect. Okay, I need to think about this. Forever caffeinated. I think that's fine. And then we grab the grab the white dye. All right. What do you think, everybody? How's that? What do you think about that? Improvise, adapt, overcame. You want me to put that instead? All right, I'm gonna put that instead. Grand. Hold on. I have plenty of bone meal, so that's fine. Oh, no, 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 no. Dang it. Come back here. Okay, hold on. Let's fix that. So, oak plank, right? Boom. Signage. Okay. For NJ's dad. Improvise, adapt, overcame. Well, I can put improvised. Improvised, adapt, overcame. That's better. I think that fits. Thank you, Grand. Y'all haven't figured it out. Grand is my brother. I think that's perfect, yeah. Good call on that. Good call on that, Grand. I adapted the writing the sign. I did, yeah. So now, whenever I come to this server, or when anyone comes to this server, they are going to see this. They're going to see this, and they are going to, you know, they're going to see this. And this was worth taking the time to do it. There was no way I could sit on this. I wanted to get this done. I feel like it's a little bit of partial closure for me. But I legit couldn't be happier. So I don't know if you saw this. This is Mom's. And these are actually allium that were renamed chrysanthemums. Hi, Sassy. Yeah, I haven't told any of you yet. I'm sorry. Yeah, my dad passed away on Monday. That's why I haven't been around. And then it's all right. He's not suffering, so it's not fine, but you know what I mean? It's not fine, but you get it. You get it. So I just spent the better part of almost 2.5 hours now on the now retired Hermitcraft Season 6 Seeds, Joe's Patreon realm, because when Mommy passed, we were still here, and so I made this here, and I waited a few days, and that's why I haven't been streaming, because all this kind of came to a head over the last couple of days. That I wanted to do something for Dad, and I felt up to doing it, and I got an itch to do it, and I feel like it's something that, you know, helped. I think it really helped. And, you know, my brother's here watching, and this is the first time he's watching that I know of. So welcome, dude. And I think I was gonna head over to 7 of Mine, and I was gonna head over to 7 of Mine. You know what? You know what? I will. Mom, Dad, I love you, and I will be back. I'll be back really, really soon. But let me, since I have my brother watching, I want to show him some stuff I've been working on in 7 of Mine. So, and there's nobody on the server either, which is good. That means that it won't be too laggy. Okay, so these are my lag babies. A lot of them are named. If you have 7,500 coffee points, you can actually name a cow. This is my barn. This is my main base. This is my cat. Kitty. Hi, Stacy. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Oh, don't cry. Please, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. This is my barn. So let me show you, Grand. Let me show you the inside. This is the inside. I did this pretty much all myself. So there's like hay bales and cobwebs and stuff. And then you come downstairs, right? And then you come into my basement, and there's, you know, polished diorite and end rods on the ceiling, and, you know, my little enchanting area, and my little smelting area. And then you come into the room I think you're gonna really like, my brewing room. This is my gothy brewing room. What do you think? Applesauce says, being new, the main thing here I remember is the wall cake. Yeah, there was like cake everywhere. It took me over a month to eat it all because I wasn't going to waste it. My server mate spammed me. Yeah, this is this is using almost all new nether bricks. So there's crimson nylium, there's soul sand and netherwort. Um, there's blackstone, cracked blackstone walls, the warped root things, and then on the ceiling it's basalt, polished basalt, and then the cyan terracotta with the creeper faces, because I wanted something that was Vex magic but a little darker and a little more sinister to give it that vibe. Um, so that's kind of this took me I think 2 sessions. I don't remember. I went on a mining spree and got a whole bunch of materials. Um, and then the other thing I want to show you, Grand, I'm going to show you my tea shop, and then I think, with all due respect, everybody, think I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna call it after that. Beth, I adore you too. Much love to you. Get some sleep. Enjoy swim tomorrow. Have a lovely night. That's right. I will catch you tomorrow. Okay. So this right here, this is my subway station. So the goal is to have this all covered in like maps of, if possible, graffiti and stuff like that. So that was not my intention. That was brilliant. Okay. So this all here, like you see how I use the end stone, Grand? Like if you think about a New York City subway, like that weird brick that's all through there, that was my inspiration for this. And then the weird floor, that's purple pillars that I got from End Rating. So let me show you my shops, Grand, because I really want you to see them. This is our nether tunnel. Collectively, we all worked on this. Obviously, I didn't do very much because I was with you that day. That was last Saturday, actually. So I came in at the very end. This right here is my my milk station because people wanted something for the withers. So I built this. This is supposed to be a milk bottle, but I tried. You know those old school milk bottles, Grand, where you know like the old school milk bottles, the ones that you always see in the 50s shows that the milkmen would bring, like they're round on the bottom and then they're tall and then they get skinny towards the top. That was the inspiration, and I tried. I tried. So let me show you west. I need that's south. I need to go the other way. Okay, so north. This is our shopping district on the Mushroom Island. Now, I'm on 7 of mine, the Patreon server, for Joe Hills of Hermitcraft. I'm actually going to plunk his information in here. If you are familiar with Hermitcraft and you want to know how to join us on the 7 of Mine Patreon server, you can do that by being a $10 or above patron of his. There are a whole big bunch of us that play and participate and stuff. It would be awesome to have you all. So these are all our different shops. One of mine is right here. This is my kiosk. My pop-up tea shop. I sell leaves, so I call them tea leaves. And I need to restock a little bit. And then over here, right, this is Mascot Farms. So this is my farmer's market. From our farm to your table. You saw all my crops outside. And so I sell hay bales, carrots, and beetroot, right? Thank you. I love you too, Sassy. So Grand, let me do I have I have rockets. Oh dear, I have rockets. Okay, good. Whee! Flying is the best. No one can say otherwise. The first time I flew in Minecraft, I choked up a little bit because I had seen it on Hermitcraft so many times, and all I wanted to do was fly. So the first day I figured it out, I screamed and squealed, and they were so proud of me. They're like, "Yay, you did it!" Like, "Yay, I did it!" But fire extinguisher. So let me come back out this way. This is my tea shop. It's called Fantastic Voyage. And it's supposed to be a tea bag that is sinking in boiling water. Like, if you look here, there's soul sand under here that gives it that bubbling effect. And then there's pods all here. That's supposed to look like it's supposed to be the bottom of the tea bag as it's soaking up the water. You know how it changes color and gets all brown and kind of nasty, but it still has all the flavor? So that's where that came from. And the glowstone's just to keep out creepers. I used oak leaves for up here, and then each individual leaf that I sell, that's what's surrounding the barrel. So oak is 2 diamonds a 2 stacks for a diamond, and then I have that's called peak oak, so like black tea. Then spruce up peppermint, herbal tea. Green tea, which is jungle. And then there's white tea, which actually does exist. That's birch leaves. Then acha chai. And these are all things that my community basically named, I think. Most of them anyway. And then English black tea, which is the dark oak. So this is one build I'm really proud of because this took a while. And so I've got bone blocks as the cup. And it's sinking. And then I'm going to show you back here because this is what I'm really proud of right here. That I have the cobwebs as the string on the tea bag, and so it's supposed to be well, someone did this for me. It says cookie flavor, but it's supposed to be apple cinnamon. So like the stick is the cinnamon and the apple is the apple, so apple cinnamon. Um, I figured you'd like that applesauce, you know, apples and all. So there's that. Um, that's all I sell on the server, and it's fine because I do make some diamonds, and I have a bunch anyway. Um, so I also try to give diamonds and gear to new players because I know how frustrating it can be to come into an already established server. Because on Shamblecraft, I get that, I feel that difficulty because a lot of the people who play are very experienced and we've been going for a month and they're like, oh, we already have netherite gear and we've mined everything out and we have our bases, and I'm like, I built a starter house. It took me 2 hours and 3 tries. Yeah. But they're wonderful. They are absolutely wonderful, and they're patient and they're willing to help out. Modarang, he messaged me the other day, and he's like, "Well, I want to help you find a base. Do you have a preference on which biome you want?" And I said, "Well, I usually go to a forest, but I could do a jungle or a desert, just someplace where I could get materials and stuff." And so the next time I'm online there, which is going to be soon, because for Shamblecraft I want to record as opposed to stream. Because yeah, I'm going to learn how to record. I mean, obviously there are some things that I need to focus on first, but I am planning on upgrading, well, not necessarily upgrading, but parallel grading, I guess, and moving away from a laptop to a formal desktop, which I haven't had since Manatee and I moved in together. I haven't had a desktop in a very long time. So it's gonna have all the recording equipment, it's gonna have all the streaming equipment. We're gonna be able to play Stream Raiders and Jackbox and everything. Because right now, as my laptop is doing beautifully right now, it is just a workhorse, but it can't do it takes too much processing power for a lot of the different things that I want to do. So I want to make sure that if I'm going to record, which I really kind of can't do right now, at least not with the stuff I want to use, I need to make that parallel upgrade. So that's kind of what I'm going to focus on in the next couple of months after all the other stuff I need to take care of is taken care of, because obviously that takes priority, and making sure that things are squared away with my family and everything, because you always have to put your family first, without question. You always have to put your family first. um, when they need you, you have to try to be there for them. If you, I mean, now if you don't have a great relationship with your family, I'm sorry about that, and that there obviously are exceptions. But if you are close to your family, when you have a crisis or something's up, you you gotta be there for them. You gotta. Um, and a lot of the other stuff can wait. And I'm fortunate that I work in a place where when everything was going the way that it was, I was when I was at work and I had to leave, my boss dropped everything and drove me to where I needed to go to make sure that I could get there as fast as possible. And those are the kind of people that you want to have with you, so that you can do the things and be there for the people who need you. Um, and at the same time, if you're not doing well, um, it's okay to ask for help. I'm gonna actually turn around here so you can see me. Hi there. I want you to know it's okay if you need help. It's okay to ask for it. It's okay to reach out. No one, no one who is of a decent soul should begrudge or give you grief because you need help. Like something's up and it's hard to do by yourself or whatever. If you need something, um, you should be able to ask. And this is coming from someone who has a very hard time asking for things, has a very hard time with it. And I'm learning that it's even, I'm over 40 and it's still something I struggle with, and it's okay to struggle. Um it's okay to be shy about it, but it's not okay to go through things alone. And so I urge you that if, you're not feeling well, or you need help with something or whatever, or you need somebody to talk to, then reach out, because there are resources, and you have friends and loved ones. I think the doctor said it best in that they said, I never met anyone who wasn't important. Every single person is important, and that includes you. So please make sure that you're looking out for yourselves, you're looking out for each other, that you're doing what you need to do. It's a tough time right now, and we're all hurting in various ways, and some of us are struggling more than others. But I encourage you to just reach out. And if someone reaches out to you, do the best you can to be there for that person, even if it's just nothing more than listening or pointing them towards a resource. You don't have to have the answers. You don't have to know everything. You know? You just have to you just have to be there for them, even if it's just virtually holding their hand. And if you can't do it, then you point them towards someone who can. That's all I could ever ask of any of you. Um, but with that, I think I'm going to call it a night. I've been going for 2.5 hours, and I'm just really overwhelmed by all the love and everything today. I think I did right by Dad in taking the time to get that memorial the way that it deserved to be. He and Mom are together on that server now, and we're gonna get a download of it, I guess. I don't know. It's still open to us, So that's fine. That's fine. Oh gosh, I am wiped. That's fine. That's fine. Um, but yeah, everybody, just be awesome, be kind, be good to yourselves. We're gonna get through everything everything we're going through right now. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna find a way. And just know that I really appreciate you. And I've read every tweet, I've read every message, I've read every post, I've read everything. I have tried to respond, everything. That goes for you too, Grand. Okay? And I want you to text me tomorrow morning and we'll talk more. We're going to make it a daily thing, okay? Even if it's just over text, we're going to make it a daily thing. Because we need to do that. You and me, we need to do that. Because I love you, bro. But I'm going to send you guys on a raid. And I want you to promise me that you're going to have fun tonight. That you're going to enjoy this. And whoever we end up raiding, I want you to be kind to them. I want you to support them. I want you to follow them. And I just want you to be awesome. Now, hold on. Let me go to yonder Twitch and let me see who is live. Let's find out. Before I send you on a raid, I need to figure out where I'm sending you. That would be ideal. Where am I sending you? Okay. So, I know exactly who I'm sending you to. Because there's a whole bunch of people I could send you to. I know who I'm sending you to. I am going to send you to Mrs. Wells night. I had the pleasure of meeting Mrs. Wells 2 years ago with her husband Wells, Joe Hills, and Python at a convention called Too Many Games. She's a Minecraft player too. She's actually playing on the Hypermind server. They are in the middle of Season 5 right now. And the last I heard, she was working on a wood farm. So I'm actually going to queue up Twitch on my end because I only have the stream manager up, and I like to actually hop in and not take 10 minutes to get into the channel, which is what happens. Which is what happens every time I raid somebody. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, shoot, okay. Sorry about that. Oh dear, this is a comedy of errors, everybody. A comedy of errors, but you're all here and you're still here. So sit tight, sit tight, sit tight, sit tight, sit tight. Okay, so we are going to, we're gonna raid Mrs. Wells night, and this is what I want you to tell her in the chat. I want you to tell her that NJ's raid is freshly brewed. But before I go, really quick, first of all, if you're not already following me on Twitter, that's the website right there, twitter.com NJCoffeeJunkie. If you are not subscribed to me on YouTube, but you're watching the replay, thank you very much for that. I am doing my best to upload my previous streams. I'm in the middle of June. I know I'm behind, and I apologize, but I'm doing my best. And finally, if you are over 13 years, if you are 13 years of age or older, you are welcome to join my Discord. You do not have to be a sub to join. I would love to have you anyway. So please feel free to join that. We talk about all different kinds of stuff. Following me and all that stuff, you know when I go live. And all that good funky stuff. So with that, I'm going to send you over to Mrs. Wells. Tell her that NJ's raid is freshly brewed. She's awesome. I hope you enjoy her content. We're going to count it down. So we've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, everybody, head over to Mrs. Wells. Good night. I appreciate you so much. Take care. Be excellent to yourselves and to each other. Good night. Bye. Have a good night.